everyone, today I wanted to share my updated opinions on Beyonce's Renaissance album. If you wanted to see my initial thoughts on the album, I will have my reaction in a card right here to where you guys can go to, and it'll also be linked down below in the description and at the end of this video. If you want to go right to my updated opinions on the album, I will have a timestamp on the screen right here to where you guys can go to. And now on to a couple quick disclaimers. Number one, this is just my personal opinion and interpretation of all the songs on the album. I'd love to hear yours down below. Just keep respectful, please. I'm going to be reading off my phone as I always do. Sorry for any background noise or dust particles that may occur throughout this video. Anything that I reference to make this video or mention will be linked down below in the description so you can check it out for yourselves. Lastly, if I have any notes that ever get to add, check down below. I might have a pinned comment. And let's get into it. So I have all the songs on this album in tiers. There's no order in the tier or at all. I'm just reading them in the order that I wrote them down in. So the first tier is going to be songs that I am split on for one reason or another. And the first song that I've written down is going to be All Up in Your Mind. So for me, this is the worst song on the album. I feel like it's just the least interesting compared to everything else. I feel like the other songs like have at least like a moment or two that I really love. This one is kind of just there. I feel like it kind of drags on a little bit. I don't necessarily care for the production on here. I feel like if it was different, I might enjoy it more. And whenever I saw other people talking about the album, they said that it sounded kind of dated. It was more so sounding like something that would be on her I Am Sasha Fierce album. And whenever they said that, I'm like, you know, maybe that's why I don't care for the song. And I feel like everything kind of clicked in there. But that's my thoughts on the song. It's kind of just there on the album and definitely one I plan on skipping in the future. Next song that I've written down is going to be Pure/Honey. So the first half of the song is kind of just okay to me. There's a part or two that I like, but overall it's just not my favorite to listen to. I get what she was trying to do with it, and I don't mind its inclusion on the album at all. I definitely think it's an important part to how the album and to the narrative and everything she's trying to do with it, but again, just not really my personal favorite to listen to. The second half of the song, however, Eats. I really quite enjoy listening to it. It's just really refreshing. Like, to transition into it is really satisfying to listen to there. I love her vocals and what she was doing, and I just wish the second half of the song was like kind of fleshed out more. That would be interesting to listen to, and honestly, I would not have minded if she would have split these up as two separate songs on the album, but that's kind of how I'm feeling there. The last song in this tier is going to be Heated. So I actually do like this song. I think that it's a good song to listen to. I love her vocals on here, how she approached it as well. I really like the ending of the song and how Beyonce is just putting everyone in their place. Like I said, a lot of people love to hate on Beyonce, but whenever she releases something, they're the first in line to go listen to it, to go purchase it. So in the end, she just really did what she had to do there, and like that's easily the best part of the song. The music is great on the song. I like the lyrics. The only problem that I have with the song is that Drake is a songwriter on it. If you watched my channel before, you know I don't like him as a person. I don't necessarily want to bankroll that. So this isn't one that's going to be staying heavily in my rotation for that reason alone. I might listen to the song occasionally, but it's not one that I plan on listening to every single time. I feel like whenever people start putting this in like top 5 of the album, it's definitely doing too much. It's definitely giving a little bit unserious, but I will say that I like the song. And going back to the ending, there was a lyric change there because one of the lyrics was offensive, so she swapped it out. And I definitely think that that was the right decision to make there. There's this tweet I found on the situation that I really agree with, and I will have that on the screen right next to me. And now on to the good tier. So the only song I have in here is going to be Move featuring Grace Jones and Tems. I didn't care for this one whenever I first heard it, and it has grown on me a tad since then, which I honestly was not expecting at all. I thought I was just never going to like this song, but it's one where now I can find myself enjoying it a little bit, and one that I don't see myself skipping in context of the album. I don't see myself reaching for this one a lot in the future, but I think that that's a big improvement from where I started with the song personally. I like the music on here. I like what Beyonce brings to it vocally and like her whole flow throughout the track. I really like what Grace Jones and Tems are doing, and I think all of them work super well on the song. And something that doesn't run on too long. It's something that can be an entertaining listen as well, which I can definitely appreciate there. And now on to the great tier. So the first song that I've written down is going to be Thick. Another one that I didn't necessarily care for whenever I first listened to it, but it's definitely grown on me, and I actually enjoy listening to it now, so I'm thankful that I saw the light in that regard. I feel like this is one that kind of gets better as it goes on. Like the second half of the track is definitely my personal favorite. Now I'm more so able to appreciate her delivery on the track and how she makes it work. I like her singing on here as well. I like the lyrics too, and definitely something that can be an entertaining listen. The next song that I've written down is going to be Break My Soul. I think that this is a great track. I liked it whenever I first heard it, but the more that I've been listening to it, it has grown on me a decent amount, and I think that this is a good choice for the lead single. Really sets the tone for what we were gonna get on this album. And I really like how it makes me feel as well. Her vocals are delightful to listen to. If you have not heard the acapella of the song, go do yourself a favor and definitely check it out, because it's just really fascinating to just hear her voice and just like everything stripped back. So definitely go check that out as well, I will say. I I like the music on here as well. I appreciate what Big Frida adds to the track, and I really appreciate the transition from Energy into this one. Like whenever the album came out, everyone was saying like, oh, this feels like the director's cut of Break My Soul, like something felt different. And the transition from Energy into this song, just wow, chef's kiss to what they did there, and all the transitions on this album, of course. I also wanted to say that this song is currently sitting at #1 for a second week, so definitely congratulations to Beyoncé, and we do really love to see it. The last song in this tier is going to be Cozy. So I think this one has a great groove to it. I really love her vocals in here, and just like her delivery really makes it work as well. I like the music on here as well. And now on to the excellent tier. These are songs I love. They're just missed being my favorites by a hair. So the first song that I've written down is going to be I'm That Girl. I think that it sets the tone off for the album well, and I can appreciate how the sample is incorporated. I said in my reaction that I wasn't necessarily a fan of how it went on through most of the song. It kind of got like irritating for me to listen to, but it's definitely something that did grow on me. But her vocals on this song are just so beautiful to listen to. I really love what she does there. I love the backgrounds on here as well, and just the way that they complement each other. Just what a moment in terms of that. I like the music on here. I really like how the song progresses as well. Like the back half really goes in, and so that's always a treat to listen to as well. The next song that I've written down is going to be Summer Renaissance. I love how I feel listening to this one. Her vocal delivery is so playful yet fun. I love how the sample was included on the song as well. Now that there's samples on some more of the songs, and I do love all the samples throughout this album, I did want to say really quickly, but this song, like, it just really takes you to a certain place, like with everything with the music, with everything with the production. Like, it's just so intriguing to listen to and just puts me in a different world. And so I really like what happened there in terms of like the music and all of that. And her vocals on here are satisfying to listen to as well, and I just feel like it was the perfect closer for the album, and I quite enjoy it. The next song that I've written down is going to be Church Girl. I think that this is a cute song. I love how the sample is incorporated. I love how the song starts off and how it progresses. That is really interesting to listen to. Her vocals are outstanding on this track. I love the backgrounds on here as well. I think that the vocals at the end are ear candy to listen to. Just phenomenal how those were put together. And this is just a fun song to listen to, and it's so shocking to see slander for the song time and time again. Like, it's really, really wild, because do you not like having a good time? Do you not like having some fun? I'm not necessarily understanding why people don't enjoy this song. This is something to put on and just really enjoy what she's giving you vocally. This is one where I feel like if you didn't get it the first time, go back and listen to it again. Hopefully you appreciate it more, because I really like what she did with this song. The next song that I've written down is going to be Energy featuring Beam. So I think that this is a decent track. I really love Beyonce's vocals on here, of course, and just how she flows throughout the track. Beam does an excellent job on here. I really like his feature, and this is one that's going to be short and sweet, but still enjoyable. Not a second is wasted, so that's why I have it in this tier. There's also this whole controversy in terms of like the milkshake sample, and that's a whole can of worms that I really don't want to get into. If you don't know about the situation, definitely go look up some videos on it so you can kind of get informed on what happened there. There's like these little la 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 parts at the end that she took out, which is a shame because I really do like those, but it doesn't ruin the song. Still really enjoyable to listen to there. And now on to my favorite songs on this album. So my absolute favorite is going to be Plastic Off the Sofa. I think that this is just a brilliant track from top to bottom. It is just so soothing to listen to. There's an ease about it, there's a comfort about it, which I absolutely love. And I think the main thing that stands out to me on the song is just her vocals. Her musicality is just insane with these wonderful runs that she does, and it truly shows off her skill as a vocalist. I love the background vocals on this song as well, and it just really showcases her voice, which I love. I appreciate the music on here very much, and I love the bass. It really stands out to me there. I think that the production on here is flawless. I love the lyrics on here too, and in my opinion, this is definitely a career highlight and just a top tier song that I love listening to time and time and time again. The next song that I've written down is going to be Alien Superstar. This song has been getting so much praise, as it should. It's just a fantastic track. I feel like the production on here is the thing that really stands out to me the most. I feel like it really fits what you think that it's going to be. It's just stellar, otherworldly, and just magnificent overall in terms of like just the production on the song. This is one I was looking forward to because people pointed out that some of her best songs have like the artist titles, and this one definitely did not disappoint at all. I just love how confident that she is in the track and just how it makes me feel listening to it. Like, it's just a moment on this album and just one that I love listening to time and time again. I love her vocals, I love her flow all throughout the song. Like, the ending of the song, probably my favorite part. Like, that just went to another dimension there. I really love the instrumentation on on this track as well. I think the lyrics are good, and this song is just going to be a standout in her discography for a reason, and you just really love to see it. I do hope that she does put this out as a single, but you never know what can happen. The next song that I've written down is going to be Virgo's Groove. The transition from Plastic Off the Sofa to this song is just mind-shattering. It never gets old. It is my personal favorite in terms of like the transitions on the album. I think that all of them are flawless, by the way. Love all of them, but this is just the one that stood out to me the most and just the one I look forward to every single time. I think that this is just a really cool song overall. Production is phenomenal. I love the music on here. Her vocals in here, we need to talk about that. Again, just displaying some otherworldly musicality and just her skill as a vocalist. One of the best singers of all time, and she's definitely proving that here. And the last minute of this song is some of her best work as far as I'm concerned. Definitely shout out to all the background singers on here as well. I like the lyrics of the song too. It's the longest song on the album and not a second is wasted, and you really do love to see it. And shout out to everyone who was involved in this masterpiece. The next song that I've written down is going to be Covet. This is a stunning song. I love her vocals on here. I think that they're terrific to listen to. I love the background vocals as well. What really stands out about this song to me is the guitar. I believe that Nile Rodgers is playing on here, so definitely shout out to him. And I love all the instrumentation on this track in general, like the horns, of course. I love the production. Like, the production was just so well done, and it just takes this song to another level. And this song just radiates joy. I feel like whenever I listen to it, all my worries go away. I just get sunk into the song in the best way possible, of course. I love the lyrics on here as well, and I'm just fascinated with what they were able to do in this track, and I just love the final product so much. The last song in this tier is going to be America Has a Problem. So this is one that I enjoyed whenever I first listened to it, but as I kept coming back to the song, it just kept climbing and climbing and climbing in my ranking, and now it is in my favorite songs. And I feel like this is just a magnificent listen for me. This is just something that's fun. The production on the song absolutely eats. I love the inclusion of the sample. I love her vocal delivery and her vocals in general. I like the lyrics too, and just a really enjoyable moment on the album. I really love the edits to this song as well. Like, the ones that really stood out to me, someone did this edit where it was over the Proud Family movie, which I liked, and then they also did another one where Janet Jackson was performing Throb on SNL, and then they put the song over it. And I also wanted to say I love the edits for Alien Superstar and like all the edits for like all the songs in this album I've seen so far. The Hive is so creative, and so that's definitely something that I wanted to say in terms of that. But this song is just a banger that keeps on giving, and it's a shame that it's one of the least streamed songs on the album, and it's put so low in people's rankings. And if you didn't like the song before, go listen to it again. Go get some taste. I do not know what to say other than that, because this song, just a treat to listen to in my personal opinion. I wanted to share my overall thoughts on this album with you. So this album has grown on me so much from whenever I first heard it. I believe in my reaction, I said that I thought that this was a good album, and now I would say that this is an excellent album. Like, it's just really grown on me so much, and every single listen I feel like I'm able to appreciate it more, and I'm finding things that I didn't find the first time, which I can appreciate as well. I think what really stands out to me on this album are a few things. So her vocals, they are just magnificent to listen to. Like I said, showing some amazing musicality and her gift as vocalist. Again, one of the best singers of all time, easily. And I just really appreciate how creative she is in terms of like her vocal delivery and her cadence and her flow and just like all the background vocals and all the parts. And again, definitely shout out to all the background singers and just everyone who contributed there. But that is definitely something interesting to listen to. So I really applaud her for what she was able to do with the vocal arrangements. As I said before, I really appreciate whenever people layer their vocals and just do a lot of different things with them. And she definitely succeeds in that regard. So definitely shout out to her and everyone else involved in terms of the vocals. The production in here is so ambitious. It's so well done. It's so thoughtful. It's so intriguing. I really love the production on here. Same thing with the instrumentation. It just really fits well in terms of that. And then I also think that the songwriting is great on here. Definitely shout out to the songwriters. Shout out to the engineers. Shout out to the producers. Shout out to everyone who was involved in this album for making it what it is. And she just really had to show us how it's done, because a lot of people this year have been putting out mid-album after mid-album. And she said, let me show you what excellence is. And you really do love to see it, and just setting the standard for us all once again. And the wait was certainly worth it. Yes, I know she's released projects since Lemonade, but this is like the first solo album from her in a bit, and I feel like she definitely did not disappoint in that regard. This is an album that definitely deserves the hype. If you didn't get it the first time, you definitely need to go check it out again, because this album is just so monumental and so impactful and so important. And this is easily album of the year for me so far. It just blew everything else out of the water in terms of like the effort that was put into it, the intention, the performances, the sequencing, the transitions on this album. album were absolutely fantastic, like I was talking about earlier. And so I really appreciate how cohesive it makes the experience overall. And I was really excited to get to listen to the album again after I did the video, because whenever I record, I have to stop the songs like right before the next one starts, and I could tell she was setting up for some transitions. So getting to hear it with all the transitions was such a special experience, I will say. Another thing to note about this album is that it's an ode to ballroom culture and LGBTQ plus culture. The communities generally have said that they're satisfied by how she approached it, because she actually got like the key figures on songs and just really tried to approach everything with like respect. And I feel like you can really tell that, and like there's just a level of respect that she went into everything with, and like intention. I feel like that's definitely really something important on the album as well. So that's definitely something to be noted. And I feel like having like more so of that context and like learning a little bit more like why she chose to do what she did in terms of like samples and stuff like that, and like how everything aligns, really made the album make a lot more sense for me. She even addresses her Uncle Johnny and Heated, who unfortunately passed away to HIV, and something that she said was really tough because it taught them some important things. And so that's definitely something to be noted as well. There's a certain respect that she has for the culture, and she shows it all the way throughout this album. She is highlighting it, she's giving it its flowers, and so I definitely feel like that's really important. I'm really thankful to have this album overall, and she definitely did not disappoint. And I'll put the message on the screen right now that came out whenever the album was released, and it was talking about, oh, this 3-act project was recorded over the past few years. So I'm really hoping that there are 2 more albums. I think that would be phenomenal. If that is the case, I'll definitely be listening and sharing my thoughts on the channel with you all. If not, that's okay. People are predicting that it's just like visuals and a tour as well, or like visuals and a documentary. We will have to see. There was that whole thing in the America Has a Problem lyric video, I believe. If I'm wrong, please correct me down below in the comments. But it basically says something about like August 20th, so people are saying that that might be the visuals. So I could definitely see that as well. I've seen like little snippets of the teasers for the visuals. I didn't want to ruin it for myself, so I haven't like watched the entire thing, but I'm really excited for the visuals. I just know that they're going to be phenomenal overall, so that's definitely going to be something. But we'll have to see if it's 2 more albums or if it's something else. But either way, I'm really excited to see what she does in the future. So that is going to be my thoughts on Beyonce's Renaissance album. I would love to know what you guys are thinking down below in the comments. What are your favorite songs? What are least favorite songs? What are your memories with the album? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Let me know down below. Let's keep the discussion going. Also, if you wanted to see more videos on Beyonce, I'll have a card on the screen right here to where you guys can go to, and that just shows everything I've done. You can go check out my reaction if you'd like, and other stuff, and I'll also have it at the end of this video and link down below in the description. But that is going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy it, give it a like down below. It helps me out a lot in the YouTube algorithm. I very much appreciate it. You can subscribe for more videos like this. If you hit the bell, you'll get a notification to your phone when I post, so you not miss when new videos come out. The first link down below in the description is going to be my second channel. My last video on there is me unboxing the Renaissance vinyl and also the pose boxes, the sets 1 and 3. So definitely go check that out as well if you're interested. I'm also going to have my Twitter, my Instagram, my Spotify if you'd like to follow me, as well as links to stream this album if you're interested, and lastly links to educate you guys in important situations. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.